Hello Capricorn, the Sea Goat. Here is your weekly horoscope for February 7 to February 13th. Well, there's a real pile-up of planets in Aquarius this week, and that puts them all in your second house of money, sustenance, and nurturing, at least in the solar chart. But let's back up a bit. Let's back up to Pluto, which is still in your sun sign, so it's still in your first house. And whenever Pluto is in your sun sign, Capricorn, as it is for you now, it's a very good time to take a very good look at what you base your life on. What are the foundations in your life that have established you today? What do you ground yourself with? Now, for many people of Capricorn, they tend to be grounded by the earth. They can be certainly grounded by money and possessions and materialism. You Capricorns love that. But wherever you are grounded, or whatever you have built as a foundation for you to build upon, you may have found in the last year or two that got toppled, that whatever it was wasn't working for you anymore. A lot of Capricorns got hit last year with this. But while Pluto is still dragging itself through the last couple years of Capricorn here, it's not too late for your sign to still rebuild your life. If you are in a rebuilding phase due to the pandemic or due to job loss or other financial loss that may have occurred last year, you are very much in a rebuilding phase this week, even in spite of Mercury retrograde. So let me get to that. The Mercury retrograde. Never any fun, no matter what sign it's in. It's in Aquarius this week, and unfortunately from Tuesday on, it's going to be squaring Mars. Mars is a planet of conflict and aggression already, and when it's not in a fun aspect with Mercury, this week might be filled with just too many irritable people, too much anger, too many people around you being frustrated and moody, and that tends to make you frustrated, angry, and moody. Or you get irritated by a bunch of tiny mishaps that the Mercury retrograde tends to indicate. Capricorn, in general, you are in very much control of yourself, but unfortunately, when you get hit by these tough aspects, especially a Mercury retrograde, you can lose that self-control. And the first and easiest way that you lose self-control is you get down on yourself. Oh, you might attack other people at first, but you then get down on yourself. Sometimes you're a sign that is very self-recriminating. Well, this week, you might be on the attack with other people, not necessarily yourself. I'm a little concerned about the Mercury squaring that Mars because you can tend to get very dark and very angry and irritated with these kinds of aspects. So I'm a little concerned about an accident or you having a major conflict with somebody that might hurt you in the long run. So you're going to have more of your famous self-discipline this week and keep your tongue in your mouth when you need to and keep your hands in your pockets when you need to as well. And bottom line, if you can, just stay home, Capricorn, because this week is a little bit hairy. 6 planets in Aquarius is a little too much for, well, pretty much everyone but the air signs. So for you, that hits in an area of sustenance, nurturing, how you make your money. Basic sustenance are things like food, shelter, clothing. So it could be that you need to put more extra attention on those areas this week, making sure you have enough money, you're getting your groceries and your bills paid. If you're having some financial stress, I really recommend you really push looking for work this week or looking for a new job if you're in one that you don't like, or you're not making enough money. Some people may have to take a second job. Now, with this kind of an aspect, if you're in Canada, for example, where we're still on lockdown here, or if you're somewhere else where you're on shutdown, that's going to make things very difficult for you. But if there's anything that Capricorn can be very good at, it is self-employment and also turning a side gig into a job. So Capricorn, if you take a really good look at all that you have, all that you own, all your investments, and I do recommend getting into attics, basements, and closets and digging around there. Not just because it's a good time to clean them out during a Mercury retrograde, but because you may find a hidden treasure. And this week, with Jupiter conjunct Venus in Aquarius, there is more of a chance to you have a lucky break this week. And that lucky break isn't, believe me, probably a lottery win. It is more lucky that you went digging somewhere and you found something you forgot you had and that you really need right now. And then aside from that, it could be if you're already in a relationship, you're going to have a great week ahead with your loved one. Make sure you don't forget Valentine's Day if you're one of those types of Capricorns that does not pay too much attention to that. Your spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whomever might be looking for more attention this week, and you would really score a lot of brownie points if you showed a lot of love and affection and romance this week. Believe me, it'll work out very well for you if you do that. Having said that, at least try not to fight with anyone this week, Capricorn, with that Mercury-Mars square. All in all, it's a good week to put your energy into your work and making money and rebuilding your status and your material status as well. I hope you have a good week ahead, Capricorn.